let's see here. Let's go have a look at some stats. See what they have been up to. So they played versus TNC. They played 2 games of PA. They won both of these games. They are going to end up going for the Sven. Okay, so there is decent magical damage for the Sven, but there is not that much lockdown, which I think is the key point here for Neon. They don't really have BKB piercing disables that are going to kite the Sven all that effectively. So if he gets to that kind of Mask of Madness, Echo Saber, Ags, BKB, I definitely see the Sven just tearing everybody in half on the side of Neon. Will mostly just be a question of if they can get there. But with the Timbersaw and the Undying to kind of shore up the early game, I think they should be just fine with this slightly greedier pick. I mean, I even hesitate to call Sven all that greedy, but I think they should be just fine kind of shoring up the early game with these two. So Neon, I think, still wanting for a little bit of building damage. Their lineup isn't only run at you. You know, it is going to have scaling potential and whatnot, but I think they are still on a little bit of a clock against the lineup that Boom have. So Boom just banning out the Quap, Neon getting rid of the Ember, and it is Neon with the last overall pick of the draft for whatever they want to play mid. Not 100% clear what their lane allocation is going to be just yet. You know, it could still be kind of a Snap mid. Feeling like Snap is the support, and then maybe, ET3, Tusk 4? I don't know about this double melee. Maybe they don't need to go double melee dual lane. Maybe it's Snap plus ET off lane, Tusk plus Gyrocopter in the safe lane. Maybe that's part of why they picked the... They saw the Undying and they're like, yeah, okay, let's just pick a ranged carry. So we can put one of our melee heroes in the safe lane instead of running double melee into the Undying, because that just seems like a pretty woeful idea. Kunkka is the ban. Boom are probably looking for some kind of space creation mid along these lines, though they could still send the Timbersaw mid. It's not out of the question. They are a little bit low on reserve time here, and it has been Neon kind of just constantly responding, hitting the ball back into Boom's court when it comes to this draft, and Boom will go for the Invoker as the last grab. So this is a little greedier. I imagine it's just going to be Quaswex. They don't have that much set up for Sunstrikes. The EMP does look pretty devastating for a lot of Neon's lineup. And this Sven Invoker is kind of a... You know, both of these heroes have changed quite a bit, but this is a little bit of a classic combo. Gives you some crazy late game. Alacrity on Sven is just nuts. And I think the Invoker pick should be okay here. There are some heroes to get up in his face. Probably the Tusk most notably, but... again, I think he should be all right. I don't know what they can really grab here to super counterpick him on the mid lane. What's even still left for Neon? There's like a Void Spirit. There's a Storm Spirit. I could still see Puck working just fine in their lineup. It gives them more ways to kite the Sven. It gives them more ways to set up for all of their AoE. They are, I think, lacking a little bit of catch to make the Mortimer's Kisses and everything super effective. But instead, they will just go for the Void Spirit. So, you know, it was the first thing that I mentioned, but I don't know if I am in love with the grab here. It gives them a lot of pressure, and Yopaj is an absolute monster on this hero, so definitely something to watch out for. But we've got a lot of signature heroes this game, actually. The Makoto Invoker, and I think Play Hard is pretty nasty on his Tusk. So looking forward to seeing how this all plays out. It does really feel to me like Neon are under a lot of pressure. The Void Spirit is at least good at... So he's not really going to kite the Sven as much, but he is at least good at not dying to the Sven, and sort of being able to drag him around in fights if he ever tries to hit him with the Ag Stormhammer. So that's certainly good. Only time will tell, truly. I think there is a way for this Neon draft to work, but they got to win the lanes, and I'm curious about how the Tusk and the Elder Titan are going to end up going. Especially, I mean, I've been talking about the Undying, but I feel like I haven't even mentioned the Timber, and the Timber nukes are going to be very useful, especially against the Gyro. Anyway, let's get to it.
An expected outcome.
Straight into it. Can we get a first blood or anything off the bat? Play hard, just starting with some boots. Oh, have I also misread this in terms of what the roles are? Let's have a... should have a quick look. Okay, so it is what? It's a position 3 snap, and it's a 5 ET. So they are putting one of their melee heroes in the safe lane, but not quite in the way that I was expecting. Man, this is one of the first times I've actually seen both teams just with like the full 5-man to one side of the map. I have no idea who's going to get these other runes. It does seem like JG is kind of moving in that direction right now. But are we even going to have a fight? There was a lot of posturing, but it seems like maybe no payoff. Kescute's sneaking around. They're still hanging out down here. Maybe if they land an arrow, they can go for something.
The battle begins.
Oh, and Kescute just going to send them packing. Alright, so it is going to be 2 apiece, 2 for Boom. Mikoto, what's up? Hasn't skilled anything just yet, so... Again, I do think it's going to end up being the kind of predominantly Quas-Wex build, but we will see how many points in Quas it actually ends up being before he starts going back for a little bit of Exhort. Yeah, I just don't know how this Elder Titan is going to fare here. He's looking like he's in a bit of trouble. Is he going to get arrowed on the way through? No, nicely done. Not going to take the obvious path or anything. Just tangos his way straight through the tree line, and he's going to be just fine. Grimcell is getting zoned out a little bit at top. I think there's always the temptation with this Snapfire Tusk lane to get the point in the little Shredder, but I really thought that the combo was a cool idea, but in practice, I haven't really seen it work out. I think it's better if the Snap just gets nukes and just gets the cookie. Man, level 1 homing missile from Skem. Alright, just getting that harassment in early onto FBZ. I just don't know if they can kill this man down here is the problem. Maybe if they had a support with a stun, they would have some kind of a chance, but otherwise I think FBZ is going to be just fine. Yopaj is getting clicked at mid. Does have good CS, but Makoto more than willing to just trade this out early on since he has that Quas regen to fall back on, and Yopaj has nothing of the sort. Another homing missile coming in. You can see that Hyde, for the most part, is... Well, I was about to say for the most part that he's dodging experience, but it doesn't actually 100% seem to be the case. Maybe he's just been arrowing camps up until this point, because the Timber does have a good amount of EXP, but he's just about to get level 2 with, what, 2 range creeps pushing in. So yeah, Hyde's probably taken a little bit of experience off of the wave, but in general, when you're playing with the Timber as your offlaner, you really do not want to be taking anything from him, if at all possible, which is why it's nice that the Mirana can just kind of go rotate to the other lanes, keep arrowing big camps, and get her farm that way. Because, has JG been disconnected for a little while? Oh, looks like not too long. It's just dragging the wave back. We did have Play Hard dragging a creep wave in between the towers. So, what? Kescute needs to try and get a pull if he can, but there's no big camp, and the small camp is not stacked. Well, couldn't be stacked, but all I'm saying is it's going to take them a little while to get this lane back into position. So it's going to be a lot of experience for the Snapfire. And Play Hard even making the kind of the same sacrificial play Going to be dodging a good chunk of the experience here to make sure that the Snapfire gets that fast level 3. So we will see if that ends up rewarding them with a kill a little bit further down the line. Kescute, did he do a half pull? It looks like he kind of got a half pull, so he's actually going to get all of this denied, which is really nice. The Vools are good for this kind of thing, especially. FPZ, already level 3. Still could die to the nuke damage for sure, but I just don't really see it happening. Mid lane going just fine for Yopaj, but again, constantly getting just harassed down, and will have to buy a little bit of extra regen against the Invoker, so I think it all might come out in the wash.
Radiant's courier has been
Oh, Skem's courier dying at bottom, getting sniped out. They ping as if Hyde had a ward there, but he does not. He is actually just in the right place at the right time. And is he even going to be able to come and stack this, perhaps? Yeah, he's actually going to go stacking up the Ancients, trying for the big camp as well. Yeah. Very nice. Okay, so set up some stacks for your Sven, and keep your own farm going in the meantime. Yopaj gotta be a little careful. He does have the Dissimulate. It's only Cold Snap. Tornado's on cooldown for now, so should be alright. Does definitely want a little bit of help to grab the 4-minute rune if at all possible, but don't know if he will quite get that assistance. Have to wait and see. And Dreamcell actually not farming very well with all of these pull interruptions and back pulls. Kescute just getting straight up gone on him. He looks very dead, stunned from Dreamcell. Trying for the save, but that's just play hard grabbing the first blood. And Neon looking for a little more, just harassing this Sven all the way back out of the lane. And a huge amount of experience coming in for JG here. Look at this. Is he gonna get all of them? Oh, missed one. And missed 2. But whatever. Still gets all the EXP. Mikoto in some danger. Just getting focused. Tries to get into the tornado, but it's still on cooldown for now, and the Fairy Fire won't be enough. Okay, play hard, making the moves, making things happen. Looks for the immediate dewarded mid. Not quite able to do it, and Yopaj even managed to grab the Invis and all of that, so he gets the refill, and early game looking very good. Still, you know, a little worried about the Sven and stuff in the late game, but this is definitely the way that they want things to go. They need Yopaj to get off to a hot start, get whatever items he feels he needs. Looking like it might be, what is he going for, some kind of urn, Yules, Ags, this game. No, not Skem's Courier again. Come on, man. What are we doing here? Wait, how did Hyde snipe it all the way over here? What is that? Oh well, whatever. 5-minute bounties coming up. Play hard, already in position at top. Hyde moving in at bottom. Invoker's not interested in the rune at all, so there you go. Hyde just grabbing. Has he stacked the Ancients again? No, just the once. So you can try and nail a random arrow on Yopaj. Seems to be the plan. A little bit of a dive at bottom. FPZ in very deep. I don't see a way out of this for him, especially with no point in the Timber Chain. Maybe the reactive armor stacks are going to be enough to get him out of there. Gets another Whirling Death off. Still running for it. The creep wave is actually soaking up the rocket barrage, and he just walks away. He's even got a salve coming out of the backpack, so he's going to be all right. Hyde coming down. If he can nail an arrow, maybe they can get one of these kills. Looking for 1L, and yeah, looking like it might be enough. Man, he did not have a whole lot of health left there with those Whirling Deaths. I was not quite expecting that last one to finish him off, but alright. Boom, getting on the board. Maybe not the kill that they were quite hoping for. I think they wanted Yopaj at mid, but still. Can't complain too much. Snapfire about to grab level 6 soon. Might see some kind of a rotation top. Skem just getting gone on FPZ, now has the Chakram. Other time going to be looking for the turnaround. They do get the sleep onto the Timber, but still relatively tanky. Playhard's coming over. But Skem doesn't have any mana remaining, and he's the big damage source against the Timber, and he knows it. He's just going to go walking in. Absolutely just fine. Arrow splits to the mark a little bit, but who cares? Kescute's down here with some heals. Oh, I was more thinking about the Soul Rip, but they've got a salve, so there you go. And I think they need to stop. 1, I just don't know about this gyrocopter pick, and 2, I think they got to stop coming bottom. I think they're going to be much more successful if they're trying to gank this Invoker on mid. But this playhard feels the need to really help out his Gyrocopter. So Scam now rotates top. I thought that this play was going to happen with the Void Spirit, and then they would just use Void Spirit plus Kisses to get pretty much an immediate kill up here, but instead Scam rotates, and now he's showing. Man, both teams getting faded roach at exactly the same time. There you go. Man, Yopash finding some stacks. Alright. I don't know how much of this he's actually going to be able to steal. Dream Cell just going to pop the ultimate. Make sure that they grab it. Yopash does not want to use the second Astral Step right on top of a very angry Sven, but still kind of thinking about the fight. Doesn't have a ton of mana. That Tombstone on the high ground should give them at least a little bit of pause. They do have the Mortimer's Kisses. Tornado EMP attempted, but nicely dissimulate away. And these farm wars are taking me back to what event even was it? It's like a Dream League or something like that, when it was just everybody picking Sven and Gyrocopter and stacking Ancients and trying to steal the other guy's Ancients, and that was the entire meta. Very long time ago now. Arrow goes wide. The Timber is doing fantastically. FBZ has already managed to take out this bottom tower while all of the other distractions were happening elsewhere. As soon as he gets his hood, I really just don't see how he dies. Sven's doing a-okay, especially taking these stacks at the same time. And Neon Gyrocopter doesn't even have boots yet. Does have a full drum, but and they are seemingly at least going to get this this top tier 1 tower. Escute, not looking super healthy here, but Playhard is also only level 3. Yopaj, however, he's the big damage dealer that they need to finish off this kill. Hide with some body blocks onto the ET. Chakram coming back through on him. FBZ still does not have a point in the Timber Chain. Looking like he's not going to need it to grab this kill. Unfortunate they didn't quite have the earn components delivered just yet, but Boom's still going to be pretty happy with that overall, I would imagine. And seemingly very willing to just kind of give up some ground here and there. I really feel like they need to activate the Mortimer's Kisses for JG. To me, it feels like so much of the point of having the Snapfire as a core is just getting this up super fast and getting a couple of kills out of it in the early game, but not happening just yet. Playhard running forward. They do manage to get the slowdown onto Mikoto. Drag him back in with a good remedy. He gets the Tornado out. Is that actually going to interrupt the Mortimer's Kisses? It will. So now they don't have the damage anymore. Mikoto saves his own life. Yopaj is still chasing, but he's only got one spell off cooldown. Hyde's still got the arrow, so Yopaj has to dodge that. Manages to sidestep it neatly. He's got the Dissimulate. Elder Titan waiting up on the high ground. Only gets to sleep onto one. And looks like he's just going to end up coming the target instead. He does not have boots. So Cold Snap will be the end of him, and Boom, just what? Is that 2 quick kills? Oh, they got Playhard before, and then got 1L as well. It was just a beautiful tornado from Mikoto, and I think maybe JG just a little bit too far forward. Maybe could have lobbed the Mortimer's Kisses from a little further back. Ooh, Arcane Rune gonna end up getting denied. Poor Yopaj. He is just going for the full Vessel, at least based on his quick buy. I guess they do need it against the Timber, but I don't know. It feels like they also really need the Ags. Maybe he doesn't go Yules and he just goes Vessel into the Ags or something like that. But the Timber is such a big problem. FBZ, maxed out reactive armor, is just slapping their buildings. Not a care in the world. And Sven is just farming in his wake, taking all of the Ancients, heading through the jungle. No contest for him whatsoever. Not going to be going for the... Is he not going for Echo Saber here? He's actually just got a Crystallis queued up. This is a very different item build from what I'm used to seeing. This is sort of classic Sven. If I was getting flashbacks to a different tournament before, I'm definitely getting them now. And not a whole lot happening on the Neon side. They do have the Mortimer's Kisses again. I think they have to go and... You gotta go and do something. You can't just let Sven keep AFK farming. It's, he's gonna be very happy to make that play. Mikoto seems to just be chilling at mid, constantly spamming this out. Hyde is still absorbing more farm in the map, so as each minute passes, Boom are gonna get further and further ahead. The net worth and the experience are just gonna keep moving more and more in their direction. It's not like Skem is going for a farming build either. This is no Ags rush or anything. He is going for it now, but
Dire's middle
the
tower
drum
is
definitely
under attack.
signals to me that he wanted to fight in the early game. But we just have not seen those big nukes really being used. Dreamacell, all right. Mortimer's Kisses getting deployed onto him. I don't know why he's doing a Serpentine. I think he could have just straight up run for it. They do have the Mirana ulti. Do they have any detection for him? There's a dust, but he's just juked his way into the trees with the Quelling Blade, and he's out of there.
Expected outcome.
Oh,
Radiant's
man.
bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
And FBZ still just doing FBZ things. Completely holding the bottom side of the map on lockdown. Makoto's got mid completely locked down, and it just doesn't seem like Neon can find a way to punch through.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think it has to come in the form of a smoke or something, or like come and camp this hill over here, so then you constantly have the threat of going mid and kind of whittle down the mid tower that way. But they seem content to just have less map control for now, and I don't think that's going to work for them.
Tower is under attack.
And Dreamacell, what does he have the full? He's got the mini crit now. Crystal is coming out. Just going straight into the BKB after that. I guess feeling like he doesn't need the Echo Saber, doesn't need the Ags this game necessarily. I think Ags might come a little bit later down the line. Trying to make a go on this Timber Saw. Good luck to you. Ice Shard's going to blocking him a little bit. Tombstone is in a great position. Makoto's going to come through with the counterplay. JG's right in the middle of this fight. Doesn't have the Mortimer's Kisses. Kescu just going to get focused down, but Dreamacell just going to turn his attention over towards Yopaj. If they can bring down Makoto, maybe they can keep this fight going. It is a double kill for Yopaj. FBZ going to keep on going. Hyde getting slowed down. Still has a couple of leaps in reserve. So looking like he should be okay. Yeah, just leap down into the river and away he goes. I really thought that was going to be a better fight for Boom, but just a ton of damage getting done by the gyrocopter. So that's a little more like it for Neon. Definitely what we're hoping to see. Did they almost have the Vessel? They're getting close. Okay, so that's going to give them some more tools against the Timber. I think between the Vessel and the Mortimer's Kisses, they should be able to kill him. Little concerning for JG that he's only level 9 currently, but I don't know. He can go farm up a little bit somewhere. Also, just going for the mech this game, so not a big farming build or anything. So they definitely need to hit this Vessel timing pretty hard, if at all possible. Though I'm not certain how this Sven build scales compared to the one that I'm used to. It seems like it should be fine. Did he get the stack for himself? He did. What's happening in mid? FBZ's getting gone on. There's the Vessel. There's the Mortimer's Kisses. Where's the combo? Well, that all got used. Do they have any more Vessel charges? They do. Dreamacell wants to come over and fight. Has been very eager on this Sven to join the team, but see how it works out. They do have a nice ward here. They spot Playhard. Yopaj with the double damage waiting inside of the trees. Playhard actually still juking them for the moment. Makoto, Snowball coming on to FBZ. I don't think they really have any follow-up on him. He's just going to go and immediately rejoin his team. The Tornado not going to catch. So just kind of spells being thrown out awkwardly here. Yopaj got to be careful. Assimilate gets him out of there. Dreamacell just chops down the tower. Makoto waiting for another Tornado. And Skem, not interested in the fight. He's just going to go and push out top and try and finish up his Ags in a second. I guess there isn't really anything better that he could go. Like, he could go first item BKB, but then they just have zero chance come late game. You know, maybe there's still some potential if Skem can stay level with the Sven on the net worth. Though I still feel like Boom have the much better late game draft. FBZ is just such a huge nuisance. He's got two great wards to play around, and they can just constantly keep bottom and mid shoved all the way in to keep making space for the Sven. Yopaj wanting the hide kill. Gotta be careful. Did have the illusion rune to get himself out of the cold snap, but still getting chased down. He doesn't have any astral steps left. And Makoto really wanting that kill, gonna secure it with the Tornado. Oh, a bit of a feed there from Yopaj. And with no Void Spirit on the map, Boom should feel free to just do whatever they please, really. Mikoto gonna keep it kind of full Claws Wex, it seems. Does have what looks like the Solar Crest queued up. Or maybe it's just gonna be the Medallion for now. FBZ has his Yules, so he's already pretty well equipped to deal with the Spirit Vessel. And what is the Tusk doing? Playhard's just going for a Vlad's. The Elder Titan has been very quiet. He's just maxing out his Echo Stomp. Maybe they can get some kind of big teamfight combination with the Echo Stomp into the Earth Splitter with some Mortimer's Kisses follow up and a nicely timed call down or something. But easier said than done against some of the counter initiation from Boom. It's not that much, but if the Invoker doesn't get caught, then I think he should be able to disrupt the fight pretty effectively. Jump in onto Mikoto. Is he going to be okay? Nice arrow connecting into Yopish. They do get the Mortimer's Kisses damage this time around, though. And Hyde still has a homing missile on him. So, might get brought down by that. Will be able to use his way out of it. Boom coming over. Dreamcell wants to take this fight even without their Invoker. Kezcute just going to be the first one straight in. He's got the maxed out Soul Rip. They're targeting onto the Elder Titan. Once again, great Tombstone positioning. The arrow not going to be the snipe, but it will be FBZ picking up the kill. Kezcute in pretty deep. Makes it an immediate trade. And, well, Dreamcell just back to farming. Still doing everything within their power to hold on to this mid-tier 1 tower. What's Skem going for next? Okay, so he goes back for the BKB afterwards. Dreamcell wants to hold on to the Imp Claw over the Vambrace. Who's getting Vambrace? Is that an Invoker item? Mikoto seems content to just chill with the Faded Birch for now. He's only got the 1 charge on the Vessel. Looking a little better for Yopaj. JG way too far forward here in mid. That is going to be a completely free kill. Mikoto more than happy to take that one. And FBZ even chasing for a little more with his Yules. Skem got to be careful. No, Yopaj's courier. Alright, it's going to be okay. I guess BKB plus the Ags is the next big timing, but it just doesn't really feel like there's any plays in the meantime. And, you know, even though the gap between the Sven and the Gyrocopter isn't opening up that much, the net worth and the experience overall continue to move favorably in Boom's favor. They've got Skem. They managed to cookie him out, but he's still kind of low. Gets caught by the tornado. There's an arrow as well. Skem down. JG finds himself face-to-face with FBZ, who's under the tower without too many stacks. They are making a jump in. Mikoto gets brought down. Yopaj at least getting something done in this fight. Hyde gets the leap away. Kezcute resetting back to his team, and Dreamcell here looking for it. Yopaj doesn't have the mobility left. Does have to dissimulate to get a little further away. Nice stomp is going to save him for the time being, but can't get out of FBZ's clutches. And now with the Yules into a beautiful arrow. Some great team play out of Boom. The cookie tries to save him, but Grandma is not going to do it this time around. And it's a 3-for-1. They get the all-important kill with Skem going down. And unfortunately for Dreamcell, he doesn't pick up any significant gold out of that one, I don't think. But still, Boom just going from strength to strength. I feel like the Elder Titan is having a decent impact in these fights, but it's just the laning stage has been a real problem for me on this game. The double melee supports have just not been able to put on all that much pressure. Snapfire getting gone on. You've got the mech, but I don't know if that's going to save you. Cookie out, mech, stick charges as well, still in reserve. FBC actually gets interrupted before he can get the Timber Chain. But he's a tanky boy, and here comes Mikoto trying to help him out. FBZ might not be the target, and Dreamcell still has a 10-second BKB. Yopaj desperately trying to finish this kill, but won't be able to get it. Now the Chakram comes back and claims him. They're not even done. They do manage to get the Elder Titan down onto the low ground. Hyde, gotta be careful of that flat cannon, and Mikoto actually well out of position. FBZ also pretty low. Kezcute, do you have some heals for your teammates? You'll be able to top up Mikoto, and now with the Cold Snap, I don't know if there's any way out for this Gyrocopter Skem. Also getting caught by the arrow. The Earth Splitter breaks up the fight a little, but only for a moment. Boom, step out of the way, and then straight back in to finish yet another kill. and continue moving forward
Radiant
to
structures
kind of
are
closing out this
fortified.
game. I hope I'm not being too doom and gloom here, folks, but I just don't see how Neon with this draft kind of bring it back. You know, if they couldn't get this
Radiant's
mid-tier
top
1 tower,
tower
I
is
just don't
under
see
attack.
what they're going to be able to do this game. Dreamcell tried for the stack, didn't quite get it. Little neutral item check, perhaps. We got a lot of neutral items going begging on the side of Boom. Not very happy with their selection from tier 2. And Neon, what do we got? Not too bad. That Essence Ring maybe not helping out Gyro as much as we hope. And Tusk sitting on the Philosopher's Stone. It's kind of feels bad. Just really wants the Vlads for the team, I suppose. And with those deaths, now the gap between the Sven and the Gyrocopter is starting to look a little more like what I was anticipating. Sven's actually already got the other 3 components for his Ags, so just needs to farm up this point booster, and then he will be ready to rock and roll. And Yopaj just doesn't quite seem to be able to make any further progress towards the Ags. And he's sitting on 0 vessel charges.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Very sad feeling.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
What else is going on? Got a 4-staff and a Yules for Hyde. He's quite farmed. Gonna be going for a Lotus after that.
Radiant's
Just
bottom
help out
tower is under attack.
against the vessel and the stuns, I suppose.
The dusk is always ready for a fight.
Yeah, I don't know about Gyrocopter. I don't want to pin too much of it on the draft, but I do feel like this is just a little out of the meta for Neon, perhaps, and they just didn't really seem totally comfortable moving out of the laning stage into the mid game. I think the plan was like, hey, let's go gank this Sven with Mortimer's Kisses, but Boom, the Timbersaw was just way too big. The Invoker was having a perfectly good game, and those 2 heroes were able to stop them from ever getting anywhere close to the Sven. Dreamcell just being safely farming his Ancients pretty much the entire game. Pops in now to make quick work of the Roshan, and with that, will be an Aegis claimed. Neon just kind of chilling on the map, I guess hoping that the BKB on the Gyrocopter is going to change things. Elder Titan very dead. Godlike for this FPZ Timber. It's not even like the Timber came out as a as a very late pick. But it does not feel like Neon have had the tools to deal with it this game. And Dreamcell, he's hunting. I don't know if he's hunting creeps or if he's hunting hero kills, but running over. JG getting found out in the tree line. Mikoto a little bit off the money with that Deafening Blast, but I think should still be able to find this kill. The Cold Snap's coming off cooldown in a second. JG makes it into the trees and actually didn't break the entire tree line, so Mikoto can't quite find him, but he doesn't have a TP, so I think he's just gonna get ticked down. Oh, Courier. Mikoto, did he see that? The Sunstrike not gonna reveal the position. Now the Tornado. Yopaj is dying somewhere else. Oh my god, Sunstrike here, Tornado there, JG in the perfect spot to escape. And it seems like he's gonna do it. Did he just bait his Courier to kind of take them off his trail? Man, Mikoto still wants him. They are still hunting here. FPZ is gonna just keep on deforesting. Yeah, there's like Sunstriking in here again. The Courier bait worked. Oh, Hyde. Well, JG might survive, but play hard. I think maybe not quite so lucky. At least he manages to dodge that Sven stun. Oh, they found him. Kez cute, he wants it, but instead they're just gonna have to go after play hard, running over in the opposite direction. Is he living? All right, he's out. FBZ wants him though. Why does he keeps timber chaining as if he can latch onto this tower? I don't. That's the second time now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Anyway.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Well, we're now 16k ahead for Boom. 97% win probability. I don't even feel like the Undying pick actually ended up doing that much for Boom, but did fine in the top lane. Sven not really getting pressured all that much. Scam walked straight forward into a full arrow. I think that's just the end of him. Doesn't have a buyback. that might just be the end of this game. Dream Cell taking some decent damage. Still tanking up the tower all the while. Does need to be a little careful. FPZ's in deep. Should be fine with the Bloodstone heal. I just don't think they have the sustained damage to bring him down. So, in the meantime, they can just wait, heal up their Sven a little bit. Dream Cell gotta be kind of careful. Trying to use the lifesteal to do the job here. There you go. Get the Alacrity, do the damage. FBZ's tanking everything for you. So you can just do whatever you want. Backdoor protection is kicking in a little bit. Hyde kind of getting jumped. It's just Yopaj poking and prodding. And a very anticlimactic end to this game, it feels like. Maybe I think if you buy a 10-second BKB, you at least want to use it before you call it GG. But another beautiful arrow nails JG. So he's now dead. They're not even going to get to take a full 5-man fight. Play Hard also gone. Great stomp, but unfortunately no Earth Splitter to follow it up. And they can't even chase down Kezcute in the backlines. He's still surviving. And Boom just able to walk away from this. Dakota TP's out. FBZ getting gone on somewhat. And he heals himself up. He's still got the BKB. Dreamcell's got his BKB at the ready as well. Yopaj just gets popped. Dreamcell, that's life number 1. FBZ gonna try and keep on chasing him down. Elder Titan, what can you do here? Manages to juke them out. And Boom. Okay, just gonna take their leave. Go back. Push the mid. Look to close this one out.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I really like this Solar Crest plus Alacrity on the Sven. An insane amount of damage.
Radiant's middle tower has
I think it also goes a little ways to explaining why he went for the Crystallis instead of, say, the Echo Saber, because he knew that the plan was for the Invoker to just give him an insane amount of attack speed between the Alacrity and the Solar Crest. Easy, kind of in no man's land here. Gotta be careful. Jump in. Play Hard, just way out of position trying to go for Hyde. Skem drops the call down, but only gonna end up hitting the supports, and now he just gets jumped. Skem, no BKP again. Dead for 70 seconds. At least they get Hyde, but Yopaj using all of his Astral Step charges to get that one. So he's dead, and Neon are just done. GG comes out, and Boom taking an easy win in this first game.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Just nothing doing. I don't really know what else to say. Feels like maybe outdrafted a little bit, didn't get enough out of the lanes, couldn't get the kills that they needed coming into the mid game. I don't even know if Boom played it perfectly necessarily, but I like what they did with the Timber and the Invoker. Hyde found good farm. I think he played the game just fine. He didn't even really have to do very much. The Timber kind of won his lane by himself. And so he was just able to go and soak up all the additional farm on the map, and that was the end of that. So that is going to be the end of our third game for today here for the Monster Energy Dota Summit 13. We still have tons more Dota action for you. We're going to take about a 5-minute break now, and when we come back, we've got game 2 of Neon Esports versus Boom Esports. So see you then.